Welcome to Enlightened Evolution.
I'm Cay.
And I'm Christina.
We're here to discuss the ebb and flow of our soul's healing and transformation through self-reflection, choosing intentionally, honoring thyself, and following your inner guide.
Thank you for joining this safe space with us. Good morning and welcome back to Enlightened Evolution with Cay and Christina. We hope that you are doing well this week. We are continuing our chakra series today, and Cay is going to open us up with a oracle card. What deck are we working with?
I have Oracles of the Angels. I love.
Cute.
It is cute. I love this one. I haven't used it in a while. I found it again last night. I have a whole box of Oracle cards, girl. Like after I get this room together that I've been talking about for months, I have my shelf and I'm going to display all my Oracle decks.
Yes. So I have a small bookshelf in my living room, and that's where all my decks are. I realized today I only have 3 Oracle decks. I have 5 or 6 tarot decks, but only 3 Oracle.
Well, I guess I know what I'm getting you for your birthday.
I think you've gotten me one before.
I think I have. This card popped out. It is Believe. I love all those planets up there. It's kind of
Ooh, yeah.
Have you heard recently that all the planets are supposed to be aligned? I think maybe they were
Yes.
just the other day.
I think
yesterday. So, I mean, they said that we could see them visually. That's a lie. We could not see them visually.
I
But
need a telescope so bad.
do you have the app on your phone where you can
You just point it in the sky?
Yes, but I would love a telescope
I love that
too.
thing.
Yeah. So these are short and sweet. Believe, card number 18, is the mysterious and wondrous ways of the universe. Know that there are no mistakes and that everything happens for a reason, even if that reason is not always immediately obvious. It is safe to let go and allow yourself to be carried by the river of life. And then they also have an affirmation, which is, I live each situation in the light. I remain in harmony no matter what happens. I let go, I trust God, and I remain in touch with His love, increasing my inner spiritual strength.
Interesting.
Yes. I wonder if this is, I don't know if this is more of a Christian-based oracle.
That's what I was wondering.
But
yeah.
it seemed like that. But I suppose, I mean, when people talk about God, it doesn't necessarily obviously have to be Christian based, but it felt like that. I don't know. I've always loved these ones. They're always just so positive and bright and uplifting.
I forgot to put my green shirt on, so I just did that on screen.
Oh my gosh. I look down, I look up, and you're a different person.
My yellow shirt's still poking out.
That's so funny. I got my Be Kind shirt on today. I feel like with all the shenanigans I've dealt with at work yesterday, and also sometimes, if you got middle schoolers and kids, they push you. So this is a reminder for myself today to just breathe and be kind. I'll open my heart chakra. I'll open and we'll be patient with everybody today. So the heart chakra, also known as Anahata in Sanskrit, this energy plays a vital role in our ability to give and receive love, practice compassion, and connect deeply with ourselves and others. So also forgiveness, emotional balance. It's the bridge between the lower and higher chakras, connecting the physical life with the spiritual realm. The color is green. It symbolizes growth, healing, and renewal. The element is air, associated with movement, freedom, and expansion. The location is in the center of the chest, near your heart. Characteristics are love for yourself and others, empathy, kindness, emotional openness, and deep connections. I love it already. Green's my favorite color. I feel like I always just meditate with thinking of my heart chakra in mind with my hand on my chest, my eyes closed.
I was going to ask you, has your favorite color changed throughout your life?
I feel like when I was a kid, I really gravitated towards blue. And in my young adult years, even, teenage like, later in my teenage years, green. I've always been really drawn to green and I would say earthy colors in general.
Mhm.
And like I mentioned in the last episode, the color black's always been my go-to. I think for, like, wardrobe-wise. But when someone asks, like, "What's your favorite color?" It's like, in what reference? Are we painting my walls? Am I
Right, and
going
favorite color
shopping
to
for
wear,
clothes?
right.
Yeah, so I guess it just depends. Has yours changed?
Yeah, I feel like mine has changed a lot throughout my life. Like, I remember the first time I remember having a favorite color, like, in elementary school, it was red. And then for a while, it was purple. Now it's, like, blue, but also teal and green. So
Mhm.
I do feel like it always evolves, and I was wondering, like, has it evolved? Like, am I attracted to a certain color because of that certain chakra that maybe I need to bring attention to in my life? I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah. Yeah, I remember being a little
Maybe.
girl in elementary. It was all pink and purple and bright and Barbies and, you know.
I feel like girl, I mean, I am learning so much about my childhood that I have suppressed or I just didn't remember. Like, I
Mm.
don't even think I sent you a picture of this drawing where I drew up a picture of my family as a kid, and I'm pretty sure that I drew Satan in my
Oh
family.
my god. Well, we
Like,
know who
it's
he
like
is.
this small person I drew. It was before my brother was born, so it wasn't like a sibling, and it almost looks like I wrote Satan as their name, and I don't have any recollection of this. And, like, why I would do that, I have no
Mhm.
idea. But also, I remember when I was young and my favorite color was red, I would say, "Well, it's the color of my birthstone, but also it's the color of blood." And, like, why is a 6-year-old saying that?
Mhm.
It's so weird. Ugh.
Well, I mean, you went through a lot as a kid, so that's
Yes.
we can only, like,
Yeah.
interpret things and explain things by what we've been exposed to and what we've seen, and the language that we've learned. So, gosh, it makes sense that the blood and the demon could be associated with what you've had experienced. So,
Yeah, yeah. That's so I have signs of an overactive heart chakra. This can lead to being overly self sacrificing, emotionally dependent on others. So, that episode we did on codependency, this really, I think, describes
mhm.
an overactive heart chakra is codependency. You might feel like you're constantly giving but not receiving, leading to feelings of exhaustion and resentment. It's also possible to be overly attached in relationships, constantly seeking validation. So, I have been there, honey.
Yes, ma'am.
For sure.
Mhm.
Signs of an underactive heart chakra, we may struggle with feelings of isolation, emotional numbness, a fear of intimacy. So almost like a avoidant attachment kind of. It may manifest as difficulty trusting others, avoiding emotional connections, holding on to past hurts that block us from receiving love freely, and we may feel disconnected from ourselves and others.
I feel attacked.
No.
I'm 100%, if I had to choose anxious or avoidant, I've been so avoidant. I'm proud of myself though. I've worked on this. I've worked on, like, being able to recognize it, observe it, and communicate. And as long as,
Yeah.
like, in romantic relationships, like, feeling, like, understood by my partner and just seen, like, I feel like that is like a that helps you balance your heart chakra too when you have somebody that I mean, they don't even necessarily have to be conscious or aware and, like, aligning their chakras, but as long as I, like, get what I receive from them in that way, I feel like it helps my heart chakra get more balanced.
Yeah. I do have some different exercises and things that you can do to balance your heart chakra. So, heart opening exercises, so chest stretches, yoga poses like camel pose, cobra pose. I love cobra pose.
Mm.
Even simply just rolling your shoulders back can help to activate and open that chakra. And then some meditations and visualizations. So, visualizing, this bright green light in your chest. Now there's I guess this chakra kind of has a double color. A lot of people do associate pink with the heart chakra as well, but green is its true color, but you'll probably see both referenced. So imagine this big green light expanding from your chest, growing with each breath. Feel it kind of fill your body, healing and opening up your heart to love. You can repeat the mantra Yam. This is the seed sound for the heart chakra, which will anchor your energy in love. Some journaling and self reflection. Write about your emotional experiences, the love you give, the love you receive. Reflect on any wounds that might need healing and express gratitude for the love that exists in your life. This is something I've done since I was a kid. My mom actually found an old journal of mine and she brought it to me. And I was writing about the love I was giving to whoever I was dating at the time. I
Aw,
was so in love with someone and how badly I wanted to be loved back.
that's so
But it
precious.
I know. I was probably a teenager when I was writing that one, but it was interesting to see and kind of reflect on.
Mhm.
Some affirmations you can use. And also, so all these affirmations we've been talking about, use them as your passwords too. If you're focusing on one of the chakras, maybe whatever we've talked about has resonated with you, and you're like, "That's the chakra I want to focus on." Incorporate it into your daily life. When you got to type in a password every day, do that. So a couple of them are: I am worthy of love and kindness. My heart is open and free. I give and receive love effortlessly. Those are the three I have. Do you have any other affirmations?
I forgive myself and others with ease. My
Mm.
heart radiates love, joy, and gratitude. I am worthy of deep, meaningful connections. Compassion flows freely from my heart. And then I have signs of balance. If your heart chakra is balanced, you have a deep sense of love and compassion for yourself and others. You can feel like just more so, even if you don't agree with somebody. The way I resonate with this is I don't have to agree with you, but I see you and I could understand why you hold this position or feel that way. And I respect your perspective and I don't need to try to change your mind about how I feel a certain
Yeah.
way. And I feel like that's always been the most heartbreaking thing for me in like my romantic relationships. It's like it's okay that we don't see the world the same way in some senses. Like I still want to be loved and seen because of how I feel and how I like process things and filter things. And also to be able to give that to somebody else. And I feel like that's been my biggest hurdle from that aspect. Yeah. Emotional balance and inner peace. There's another sign of your balanced chakra, obviously healthy, fulfilling relationships, the ability to just forgive people and let go of past hurts, whether they're still in your life or not. Uh, just love and let go if you're able to, if what they're doing isn't, I guess it's like you have to be able to decipher what are people's intentions. Like, why do you feel hurt? Is it something they're doing that's intentionally manipulative, hurtful, vindictive, or are they loving you from a place of insecurity and fear because of what they've experienced? And I feel like I've always misinterpreted those two things. And then if you have more of an openness to joy, gratitude, and connection,
And that seems so simple to say. Like, of course I have an
it's
openness,
not in the
but I
moment.
no, and I truly know some people that are so committed and entwined with their pain that they
Mhm.
refuse to let themselves feel joy. And to feel joy
Mhm.
actually is scary for them. And I will say, I've noticed myself recently. I mean, things have been going really great in my life. And I do notice that little level of doubt when things go well because I'm so used to things going
Mhm.
crazy that I'm like, okay, when is it going to not be good again? And I have
Your
to like
luteal phase.
consciously, well, I have to like consciously,
Right.
right, talk myself out of that and be like, no, you deserve this. You are, because I will say people that have spent a lot of their life in fight or flight or had a lot of trauma, you do expect something bad to always be happening to you.
Mhm.
And
Oh, yeah.
when good things are happening, you expect that they're going to quickly fade and that it's going to be bad again, especially when you've been through abuse cycles with someone who's,
Mhm.
does that sweet treatment and then is abusive again in that cycle. So, while it seems so simple to say, yeah, be open to love and joy, I do know that it's really hard for some people and it's not as simple as just like, oh, I'm going to be open to things being good for me and accepting love and being loved. And I had a girlfriend whose birthday was the other day and she was telling me all these things. Her husband was planning something for her. Her girlfriend was planning a surprise
Aw.
weekend trip for them. And she was like, I feel so bad. And I was like, why? And she's like, I just feel like these people shouldn't be doing these things for me. Like, I hate to be, treated like, or not
Like, she
treated
feels
like
like a
this, but like,
burden.
yeah, yeah, like a burden. Although she does those things for everyone else in her life, and I was like,
Mhm.
I get it, but just know that you deserve this and
Yeah.
just try to appreciate it and have as much fun as possible.
Yeah. That's sweet. It is hard. Like, I do like to be I'm more comfortable in a giving state than a receiving state,
Mhm.
because when I am in
Absolutely.
a receiving state, I don't know if it's real love I'm receiving or not. Like, is
Or
this
if it's a form of manipulation or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, or control or distraction, you know?
Mm.
So
Mm.
that's so that's something that I think I've really been working on is, like, what is this person's, like, true intention? And so I think your gut tells you that, you know?
Going back to that solar plexus,
Yes, ma'am.
for sure. I don't know if you can hear my gut right now, but it is grumbling.
That's so funny. Mine did is a little bit. Like I said, coffee and a cheese stick this morning.
That's such a strange combo. If
I'm
I feel
like,
like if I had that combo, I would have tummy grumbles, but I'm lactose intolerant.
oh god. I thank God that I'm not lactose intolerant. I fucking love cheese, bitch. Oh my god. I
I just
just feel
I'll
like
eat it.
I I just feel like I know that if I only drink coffee in the morning, I will get like I'll sound like I'm maybe like borderline having a stroke because I will start like tripping over my words. I feel like it's fine when
Oh.
I'm at work. Like I'll raw dog coffee until noon and not eat anything and just be like zooming, and like almost like I took an Adderall or something. Like that's how caffeine
Mhm.
does to me. But I'm like, okay, I gotta actually sit down and focus and read at this computer. Like if I don't eat this cheese stick, I'm not gonna be able to read.
I can feel that. Yeah. Well, I mean, at work, you have to be zooming anyway, so like that's the proper time to just be raw dog and coffee. But yeah, when
Yeah.
we sit down and have to actually concentrate, I can feel that you would. Some days I do sound like I've had a stroke.
These poor and nothing God, I love my poor stroke patients, not saying anything about them,
No, no.
but just trying to compare it to something
But
that
sometimes I wonder.
yeah, I
Right.
know. I am like I would bet my house on like, I know I've had some TIAs
That's what
100%.
like, I need a real in-depth MRI because I swear.
Like, I'm
But they
certain.
do say that trauma, like PTSD, also kind of
And maybe that's what it is.
manifests like
Yeah,
TAAs.
and maybe that's what it is, but, like, for real, my like, left foot would drag. Like, during the end of that last crazy relationship, like, sometimes when I'd step up, my left foot would drag a little bit for a while.
Oh my gosh.
Mhm.
Wow.
That's when I was, like, down to, like, 98, 100 pounds and just completely out of my mind from him, yeah. I'm up to 125 now, though. I
Nice.
know.
That's awesome.
My man called me slim thick the other day. I was like, "What a nice compliment."
Thank you.
It was cute. Mm, I know.
Let's see. So we did not get into crystals and essential oils for the heart chakra. So, like I mentioned, pink also is associated. So rose quartz is usually associated with the
I
heart
love my
chakra.
rose quartz.
Mhm. Green aventurine. One of my favorites is malachite. I absolutely love
Mhm.
malachite. It's so pretty. Jade, of course, is a nice green one. And I know we've mentioned this before, but if you have one of these stones and you are participating in a meditation, you could always set that on your heart chakra as you meditate, just to amplify it even more. You could mix in some essential oils like rose, neroli, chamomile, jasmine, geranium, a lot of those floral essential oils are good for the
Lavender.
heart chakra.
Mhm.
Lavender, even frankincense. And I've seen frankincense listed for almost every chakra. So it just must be a powerhouse.
Did you say jasmine? I do like jasmine,
Yeah,
but
I love
it's
jasmine.
very strong to me, but I do love it.
So, like the straight up essential oil of it can almost, and same with geranium, the straight up essential
Mm,
oil of that can almost smell bad, but like a nice jasmine perfume, oh, love it.
yes. I love roses,
Or
like, I
just
put
smelling
I
like a
just
jasmine plant is so
yeah.
nice.
I wear rose oil, like, every day. I love my rose. They also mentioned
The
emerald.
frequency for the
I
oh,
can't
emeralds.
then that's my birthstone, baby. I just can't let you bypass that one, but go ahead.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I didn't even, yeah. I totally bypassed that one. It truly wasn't in my notes, but
That's okay.
emerald for sure.
I'm so sorry. Continue.
No, you're good. The hertz or frequency for the heart chakra is 639. And some, thinking of green foods to eat, you've got all your green leafies, you've got asparagus, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cucumbers. I absolutely love cucumbers. They're my favorite.
Mhm. Ooh, I had some yesterday.
Mm. What else do you have for us for the heart chakra?
I have I have some journaling prompts if you'd like to hear them. What does
Yes.
love mean for me, and how do I express it in my life? I think I need to do this one personally. Are there any
Yeah.
past emotional wounds I am still holding on to? How can I begin to release them? In what ways can I show more compassion toward myself and others?
I
Yeah,
like it.
I do too. So the heart chakra, just an overview, is the center of love, connection, and emotional well being. Try to incorporate these some meditations, affirmations, nourishing foods, throw some crystals in your pocket, smell the
Or your bra.
roses or your bra. That's what our psychic Cassie, she always has crystals in her titties. she oh,
I believe that. I believe that.
she does. She has them there. I love her.
I do too.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us today. Find us on all major social media platforms and podcasts like Apple. What else are we on? Spotify,
Spotify, all of
you
them. Ones I've never
YouTube.
even heard of.
Yeah.
All the
Namaste.
things. Namaste.